That right there.
What the is that?
Oh, no.
In this clip, a TikTok user named Charmaine starts recording the strange things going on inside her home. She says objects have been moving by themselves and randomly falling for no clear reason, because apparently houses now come with their own horror settings. Then one night, she wakes up after hearing what sounds like a faint scream outside, grabs her phone, and begins filming.
Woke up. I heard someone screaming outside my window. Oh my God. What? There's a guy out there and he's just staring out my window. What is he doing? What the hell? Is he staring at me? Oh my God. What the? Oh my God, I think there was something in my room. I don't know.
She points the camera toward the window, where a still figure appears to be standing outside, staring right at her. As she tries to make sense of what she's seeing, things get even creepier behind her. The closet door slowly creaks open by itself, and something falls out from inside because apparently the house wasn't done being dramatic. Terrified, she runs out immediately. But the strange activity doesn't stop there. On another night, she starts recording again, and this time something seems to be moving under her sofa.
Oh my God. Jeez. Oh my God.
This time, something seems to be shifting beneath her sofa, even though the gap looks much too small for a person to fit inside. But the movement is obvious. As Charmaine gets closer, a dark shape suddenly appears near the curtain for a moment. So what do you think? Was it just a weird coincidence? Her mind playing tricks on her? Or was something really inside her home? The Celestial Fish on TikTok is run by a woman who recently had a disturbing experience in her apartment. While she was alone, she thought she saw something move from the corner of her eye. When she looked toward the bathroom, she noticed a shadow moving. Shocked by what she saw, she started recording without knowing what would happen next.
But there was like a shadow there, right there, where those other shadows are. And it looked like a person, it looked like a ghost right there. Oh my God.
As she looked toward the bathroom, the shadow appeared again, slowly peeking out like it was staring at her. She screamed as the figure came out, stopped for a moment, then quickly moved back behind the door. She said no one else was home, and there was nothing behind the door except a few towels, making the video hard to explain. If someone had been in that bathroom, the moment would have been terrifying. A mom is in a quiet room with her baby, and the baby monitor catches the moment she stands up from the exercise ball to put her little one to sleep. Around 20 minutes and 38 seconds in, the ball is sitting there without moving. Then suddenly it starts rolling on its own, slowly heading toward the door. A few seconds later, around 20 minutes and 47 seconds, the ball stops, rolls back a little, and then finally settles. The mom later shared another video showing there wasn't any airflow in the room, or at least nothing strong enough to move something that heavy. So, as far as anyone can tell, there's no clear explanation. One night, a man woke up after hearing weird sounds coming from the kitchen, so he got out of bed to see what was going on. But then something scary happened. Watch closely.
Is anybody here? Oh my God, man. What the? No. Hello? I heard you. No. No way. No way. Oh my God. Hello? And I swear I just saw a shadow moving here. So what's this light switch? Oh man, I'm absolutely myself. No. That can't be. Oh. Holy. No. This on. Oh no. No. This I'm out of here. Goodbye.
After looking around the house, he got close to the kitchen, and a spoon suddenly dropped in front of him by itself. That scared him badly, but then the table nearby started moving too. After seeing that, he completely lost his nerve and ran out of the house. So what do you think it was, a spirit or something else? Sarah was home alone, casually recording herself singing on what seemed like a normal, quiet afternoon. But halfway through the video, something suddenly interrupted the calm. She stopped when she heard a faint clicking sound coming from somewhere inside the house.
It was because I was hearing. Now I know what I heard. That's the sound I heard. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She started checking each room, listening closely as the sound came back louder than before, almost deliberate and unsettling. Eventually, her attention turned to the nursery, where she had set up a security camera in her baby's room. When Sarah checked the footage, she noticed something strange. Her child was awake.
Okay, so she's totally fine. She's asleep. Oh. Ooh.
Sarah went into the nursery, comforted her baby, and turned on the light. For a little while, everything seemed normal again, but when she returned later, the atmosphere felt completely different. Her baby was still awake, laughing, babbling, and looking up as if responding to someone Sarah couldn't see.
Didn't realize what time it was.
Don't like that.
Just for the record, she has me ever since she stayed out with a family member the other night. And since we haven't really had anything happen, we're back in her room to sleep tonight.
What made it creepier was that there were no toys, screens, or anything nearby that could explain the baby's reaction. Moments later, Sarah noticed the nursery light. The same one she had left on was now turned off. There was no timer, no smart feature, and nothing automatic. She knew no one else was home, which made the situation even harder to explain. So what was Sarah's child reacting to that night? Was it just imagination, or was something unseen in the room? Steve is a motorcyclist known for off-road riding videos that usually show adventure, scenic trails, and rough terrain. His channel is popular with people who enjoy outdoor riding and remote paths. In this video, though, the ride takes a strange turn. While riding along a remote trail, Steve notices something unusual.
It's kind of creepy.
This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side. Hello?
At one point, Steve finds what looks like a planned blockage across the trail, with debris and branches placed in his path. As he tries to get around it, a sudden sound is heard nearby. Scared, he gets back on his bike to leave, but loses control and falls. He quickly tries to get back on, confused by what he heard. Some people think the sound may have been a bobcat, while others believe it could be something stranger, like a skinwalker that is said to copy human voices. Whatever caused it, Steve leaves the area shaken. Frank, an experienced ghost hunter, investigates an abandoned factory known for its dark history. Years earlier, a break-in reportedly ended with a worker's mysterious death, and since then, the place has gained a disturbing reputation. Many believe something may still be inside. As Frank moves deeper into the factory, he soon begins experiencing things he can't easily explain.
The two people that have been helping me out with locations, one is Franquito and the other one is a paranormal group, and they are so awesome. They've helped me find this location. I will put their link in the description below. I keep hearing stuff moving. It is windy, so it could be causing a lot of noises, but I haven't even went into a building yet, and look at that. That looks like eyes. I don't know what that is, but those are like glowing eyes reflecting off my IR camera. And it's too big to be a bird. It's like a person. Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? See my IR light reflecting off the bar there? Right here? That's what I'm getting, but right there, that's not even blinking. I have yet gone into this place, and I'm already scared right now, and I haven't even been inside. I just turned off my IR, and I don't see anything. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't see anything. The moment I turn on my IR, there's something there. Oh, that is horrifying. That makes me feel like something's right behind the window watching me. On the second.
At one point, Frank sees something unsettling. What appears to be a pair of glowing eyes staring from one of the factory windows. Strangely, another camera pointed at the same spot shows nothing. This makes the moment even harder to explain. If only one camera captured it, what was looking back at him? Was it connected to the factory's dark past, or was it something even more disturbing?
This is colder the deeper I'm getting in here. And I gotta be careful because there's these holes and the pipes go all the way down. Oh my God. I am hearing a loud bang. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't see anything on the night vision. Listen. You hear it? I'm just trying to find out where it's coming from. Oh, what is that? Something's back there. I just saw something peeking at me through this door. Oh, this thing's heavy. There we go. Alright, I am going to I'm going to put another camera so you guys can see a wide angle at the top part here. But I did just see something inside this room. Someone was peeking out at me. 100%. Yeah, there we go.
As Frank keeps exploring, things get even more unsettling. A childlike figure suddenly appears in a doorway, then disappears before he can get closer. Frank rushes to the spot but finds nothing there. No person, no hiding place, and no clear explanation. By then, the factory no longer feels empty. Between the glowing eyes caught on one camera and the strange figure in the doorway, it seems like something may still be inside. Frank is left reviewing the footage, trying to understand what happened. So what were these moments? Real paranormal evidence or something else? A woman was hiking by herself in the mountains of India when a man came up and asked to take a photo with her. She politely said no and told him not to follow her, but he kept walking behind her on the trail and ignored what she said.
I don't want to take a picture with you. Can you stop following me?
The video shows how tense the situation became as the woman tried to stay away from him, but he kept close behind. Some people think it may have been a misunderstanding, while others believe the way he kept following her suggests he wanted more than just a photo. A Reddit user called Ninth Arrow shared a clip on the Alien subreddit showing a strange sight in the cloudy night sky. As the camera tilts upward, children can be heard nearby shouting in surprise at whatever is moving above them.
Время хотеть, вот 30 минут. Манеки. Aslında.
A big bright light appears in the sky, partly hidden by clouds. As the camera zooms in and out and moves around, the light stays in the same spot, which makes it look even larger and stranger. It stands out clearly against the night sky, and at first it seems like it could have some kind of shape instead of just being a simple glowing point. Based only on the video, it is hard to explain what it is. That does not mean it is alien or something supernatural, because apparently we still have to say that out loud. But it also does not look like an obvious plane, drone, spotlight, or reflection. What makes the clip interesting is that the light looks huge while doing almost nothing, just staying still and leaving people to wonder what it could be. The father and his family believe they are living with a ghost they call Ghost Malone, a light-hearted name because they think it is harmless. According to them, the presence feels calm, and almost every night toys seem to move around the house on their own. They say it has never hurt anyone, but many viewers wonder how long something like that can really stay harmless.
It's 3:30 in the morning. I swear I'm not playing around. This damn toy car. Oh, you have to be kidding me. No. No, sir, no, ma'am. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I should wake up Elizabeth or someone named Justin Ungley to call an exorcist. I don't know. I mean, I'm not scared, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't shaking. So I'm gonna leave it there until tomorrow for Elizabeth to play with it. And it's not electronic. It doesn't have any motor. I feel so weird and out of place right now. I don't know if it's still there. Honestly, I'm considering leaving Elizabeth in the apocalypse and going elsewhere at night. I don't know what to do. Let's go see how she is. Are you still there? Alright, so the Caribbean is getting good. It's like, I mean, I'm not scared. I'm just a little nervous because, like, it's fell asleep and woke up to this. Elizabeth, baby. Hey. Oh. Okay. Someone said salt. Wait.
I don't know if you should draw a circle or something like that.
It's a semicircle, but I don't think I need to do anything else. Any suggestions?
Are you there?
Well, that's one of the things I've discovered.
Soon, the activity seemed to go beyond the toys. When the house was quiet, the father would ask, "Are you there?" and something would appear to move in response. At that point, many viewers felt it was hard to call it a coincidence. What worried them more was the interaction itself, since some paranormal investigators believe that speaking to a presence can make it stronger or more active.
Right? And Ghost Malone was there a moment ago, shaking the door. Ghost Malone, if you're still around, do something.
It was a sign.
Okay. So, ironically, we were watching Ghostbusters, right? Ghost Malone, Little Ghost. Are you kidding? Alright, I've been asking Ghost Malone some questions. Okay, so once if you're there, twice, or I guess not at all if you're definitely not there. Okay, are you friendly? Okay.
Okay.
Are you a Ghostbusters fan? No? Okay. Do you like movies? Okay, I'm just talking about the Ghostbusters. I guess that's insulting. Are you here to cause harm? Alright. Man, I wish I knew more. We would try. Are you an ancient spirit? Okay, but not a spirit animal. Are there more than one of you? Okay.
Despite the warnings, the family kept living as usual because they still believed it was not dangerous. One night, they went beyond simply checking if it was there and tried to communicate with it. Many people see that as a bad idea, believing that darker entities may not show their true nature at first. Instead, they can seem calm, friendly, or playful while slowly becoming more active over time.
A couple of strange things have happened, like my mother's painting over there moving. Ghosty Malone, are you there? Don't judge the trash, it's trash. Little ghost. Okay, Maxie, what was that? So we're sitting here. The apocalypse here, right? We've received several offers from people interested in the paranormal to come here, and we're willing to accept them. Some profiles are private, besides the big ones you mentioned. No one has contacted me yet, but maybe I'll accept overnight offers so people can see if it's real. I'm going to compile a list of questions I've noted from the comments, all your questions for Ghost Malone. Next, we'll try something like they did in Stranger Things with the lights or dog buttons to see if it works.
For viewers, this was the point where things changed. A presence that can move objects, respond clearly, and scare an animal does not seem like something to ignore. Some believe it was never truly harmless, only patient. Until the family shares more updates, the situation remains uncertain. An elderly couple lives near a scenic trail. One morning, as they were leaving their home, their Ring camera recorded a frightening moment. A bear was standing only a few meters away, silently watching them. The couple had no idea it was there, but luckily, the bear did not react or charge. Paranormal investigators Elliot and Joe from the YouTube channel Ghost Theory explored an abandoned house that had been left to decay. Rumors say a child there, leading people to believe something dark may remain inside. The two looked around the house, then began asking questions and waiting for a response. Things stayed quiet until Joe went upstairs and heard something unexpected.
It's like that creaked at the top of the stairs.
Give me that.
Can we go up? Is it okay if we come up to talk to you? Did you say something? No? Okay, I heard whispers. Okay, I literally just heard whispers behind me. I swear I didn't. I just heard whispers behind me up here. Something just... Honestly, so I was about to tell you, huh? But it didn't sound like it was you who was talking. It just sounded... Did someone just try to talk to us? It sounded like you were whispering at the top of the stairs.
A faint whisper catches Joe's attention, and while it is very quiet, it sounds almost like it says, "Let me go up the stairs." After that, they move into one of the nearby rooms, and it seems like something may be following them.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
The vibe in here is completely different.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I thought I saw someone come in behind you. That startled me, made me jump. But then you think, who could it be?
Yeah.
That was while walking.
A clear sound of footsteps can be heard coming from outside the room, almost like someone unseen is nearby. When they leave the room to check, the situation becomes even stranger.
Oh, this feels awful. Right here. What is that smell?
I know this is something really horrible, something disgusting. Let's say it smells like someone burped.
Yeah, that's coming from over there.
It smells like someone just ate something really strong.
Oh, that's coming from over there. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Like rancid.
To me, it's like messing with an old barbecue-flavored potato chip.
It honestly smells like someone burped in your face after eating. Oh yeah.
How strong that is.
Why? Why? I'm going to turn on the light because this isn't safe. Good heavens, wow. What am I standing on? All right. Absolutely.
With a bad smell still in the air, the pair went downstairs and kept trying to make contact. To their surprise, they seemed to get a response.
Is there anyone here trying to talk to us? Can you use your voice? What's that? Just traffic? Because it's just I wonder why that... That's a car.
You can hear it clearly. At first I thought I heard something up there, and I thought it was like a car passing by, driving on a dirt road, and then it disappeared.
Alright, we keep listening to what we think. Is someone talking to us? They sound like whispers.
You gave me chills down my spine when you said that.
But it is...
100%.
Can you speak louder? That way we'll make sure you're really saying it. That was right when I was about to speak. What? It doesn't make sense. I mean, come on. You know what I mean.
I'm trying to,
rationalize.
I'm trying to find a logical explanation for this, because the voices are a very clear sign of paranormal activity.
That's happened to us before.
No, I don't think so, especially about the voices and knowing I'm alone here.
Yes. Actually, that person was talking over you. It's a female voice. We're talking to a woman, right? That was 100%?
Yes.
That was, in fact, a vocalization.
A faint female voice is captured at the same time Elliot is speaking. The voice can be heard in the background, but it does not seem to belong to either investigator. Later, they end up in a small room at the back of the house, saying it felt like something had led them there. At that point, they prepare to ask the main question they had been thinking about all night.
Potentially someone ended their life here. We're sorry to have to mention this and talk about it. But there are also things in this room that could make that happen again. We're sorry for bringing it up. We know it's a very sensitive topic, but we're intrigued, we're investigating, and we want to know more about it. Is that true? Did that happen in this room? Does it have something to do with the ceiling?
Two, three. Yes.
A muffled whisper seems to answer their question, giving Elliot and Joe what they believe is confirmation of the rumors about someone dying in the house. After that voice, everything becomes quiet and no more answers come through. The clip leaves the encounter unclear, raising questions about what they may have been communicating with and whether the house is truly haunted. Becky, a woman hiking through the Appalachian Mountains one evening, suddenly found herself caught up in something strange. A long, eerie howl carried through the trees, making Becky freeze and listen. Her dog instantly went on high alert, stiff and focused, staring into the darkness like it sensed something nearby. She had lived around the Appalachian Mountains for a while, but she had never heard anything like that before. Some people think it was just a wild animal making noise in the night, while others feel the sound was too strange, especially because of how the dog reacted. Maybe the dog saw something Becky couldn't, because she never saw anything herself. A man named Dustin seems to be facing something that may be more serious than a simple haunting. Some people think the presence around him is watching his actions and copying the way he behaves. Others believe it could be a dark attachment or a mimic, something said to take the form of real people. Some still think the story is fake. But one night, while Dustin is away at work, something happens that makes the situation feel much harder to ignore. This is not the first time Dustin says he has seen something that looks just like him. What makes it disturbing is that the sightings seem to follow a pattern instead of happening randomly. The figure moves in ways that do not match him, with reflections shifting the wrong way and reactions happening by themselves. It almost seems like whatever is copying him can act even when he is not there. That is what makes the situation feel more frightening. A ghost is unsettling enough, but something that looks like a person and moves when it should not feel much harder to explain. Some may think it is a mimic, a demon, something worse, or simply fake. A woman was heading through the Appalachian woods by herself after work when she noticed something strange that made her freeze.
Can somebody tell me what this is?
It looked like some strange wooden setup hidden between the trees. As she got closer, something on top caught her attention. A figure with two large black horns rising from it. Some people thought it might have been handmade art, while others believed it could have been part of a ritual involving animal remains, maybe even tied to witchcraft. Whatever it was meant for, it definitely wasn't something anyone would expect to find on a normal walk through the woods. A man lived in a house with his wife, and for the past few days, she kept telling him about weird disturbances happening around the place. At first, he didn't really believe her, because apparently, humans need the horror to personally clock in before taking it seriously. But then something terrifying happened to him too.
The wifey says she'd been hearing scratching noises, or like... She said it sounded like something was in the wall in our room. So I'm gonna take a shower, change my clothes, get in some PJs, and we're gonna go, I guess, sit in the middle of the hallway till we hear something and see what we got. Right now it's 6:52 p.m. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm exhausted too. If I fall asleep, I apologize, but we'll check it out.
At first, he checked around the door because he suddenly felt uneasy. But once he returned to bed, the door in front of him suddenly slammed shut by itself, and the video ended right there. Maybe he left the house after that, because staying would be a bold little tribute to bad decisions. From everything shown in the video, it really seems like there could be some kind of spirit inside that house. Scott just wanted to see if his little sister was messing with his food while he was gone, so he set up a camera and stepped out of the room. Olivia walks in and touches the plate, pretty much like he thought she would. But then things get weird because she starts talking to someone no one else can see.
I go poo-poo. I go poo-poo. Estoy dinner.
Most people would probably brush it off and say she's just a little girl talking to an imaginary friend. But then, you watch the clip from the start, because apparently, your normal explanations weren't allowed to survive today. At the beginning, the fork on Scott's plate moves on its own. Nobody touches it, nobody is close to it, and that makes the whole thing feel way stranger. One evening, Mosillo went to a nearby park with his family, thinking it would just be a calm night outside. But since they got there later than they normally did, the whole place felt oddly empty, with no people, no noise, and barely any movement. Then, as Moises looked over toward the outdoor gym area, something suddenly caught his eye. Take a look.
Pero pues la neta, esta vez la verdad, no quisimos bajar, ni quisimos, miren, aquí estamos yo y mi esposa. Y por la neta esta vez no quisimos bajar, por precaución, porque no sabemos qué es lo que puede haber ahí. Entonces mejor nos quedamos aquí, pero ahí se mira donde está solo. Mira, ahí están los juegos, donde está nada prácticamente. Ay, no mames. Mira. No me jodas. Ay, no más, chequen ustedes, miren. No, vámonos mejor. Vámonos. No, esto no está bien. Vámonos, aquí definitivamente sí hay algo. Ahí nomás chequen, juzguen ustedes. Y mira, y nomás ese aparato ese que está. Nomás ese aparato ese que se está moviendo. No, sí está cañón. Vámonos mejor. No, vámonos ya. Bueno, nos vemos. Aquí ya mejor ya. Hay que dejarlos a gusto a los fantasmitas que estén haciendo ejercicio. Bueno, vámonos mejor. No está. Vámonos. Bye.
One of the exercise machines was moving by itself. At first, Mosillo thought it could just be the wind, but the way it moved didn't seem random. It was steady and controlled, which made him feel uneasy. Trusting his gut, he began recording, then quickly took his family and left. Still, the mystery remains. What was actually there that night? In this creepy clip, a woman is recording the lightning during a rainy night. She only meant to film the storm, the bright flashes, and the mood outside. But without noticing it at first, she may have caught something much more disturbing than the weather.
Gorgeous.
As thunder rumbles and lightning flashes across the sky, something suddenly rushes past the camera so fast that she doesn't even seem to notice it while filming. That's what makes the clip so creepy, because it's hard to tell what crossed the frame. Maybe it was just a person trying to get away from the rain, or maybe she caught something much stranger. A security guard was on night duty at an old supermarket in Mexico, where workers often talked about a strange rumor. They said the shadow of a little girl sometimes appeared inside the store at night. He never really believed it, but one night he heard soft screaming coming from inside. Even though he was scared, he turned on his phone camera and went in to check. What happened after that was really unsettling. As he moved through the aisles, items on the shelves suddenly began shaking on their own. The guard got scared right away and ran out of the supermarket without turning back. The next day, he left the job and never went back there again. Late at night, a group of friends was camping far inside a quiet forest. At first, nothing seemed unusual, but then they suddenly heard a strange, scary scream coming from somewhere far away.
That was a child screaming.
Joe, listen.
Or like a woman or something. That was a female screaming. Phil? Please, please, please. No, 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 no.
The scream sounded almost like a woman or a child crying, and it made the whole place feel terrifying. The guy recording started panicking and looking around, while his friends also looked scared. The noise kept getting closer, and when they walked a little farther, they saw something disturbing hanging from a tree.
Phil, that sounds like some scary movie shit in the middle of
Dude, I have the
nowhere.
biggest revolver ever, dude.
First.
That's probably, dude, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, that sounds like some haunted ass shit, dude. What happened to the other steel target?
There's two.
There's one right there on the ground. On the ground.
Is what?
That right there. What the is that?
Dude, that's not.
No. Please tell me you guys are with me. Oh! No, 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 no!
It was a cross swinging in the dark, and right then, a scream came from the tree directly ahead of them. The guy filming panicked and ran from the area as fast as he could. What it really was is still unknown to this day. Kyle Anthony is a writer, and his bio says it pretty clearly. He lives in a very haunted house. He had already been recording strange things there for months, but after he found old dolls and a hidden diary inside the walls, everything seemed to get worse. Then, on April 16th, 2026, two strange things happened on the same day, in the same place. Around midnight, Kyle is out on the porch when one of the rocking chairs slowly starts moving, even though there doesn't seem to be any wind. He turns on his phone flashlight, making it clear it's not just shadows playing tricks, because apparently, even furniture wants attention now. The chair keeps rocking, and later that night, his indoor security camera catches more strange stuff. A cat toy ball rolls across the floor toward the pets. The ceiling fan slowly starts spinning without anyone touching it, and a chair turns by itself. Then, down the dark hallway, the bathroom door opens on its own. The cats turn and head toward it, but whatever is in there stays hidden. Urbex Explorers is a social media account run by two friends who explore abandoned and supposedly haunted places. During one trip in a forest far from town, they found a strange hole in the ground. Since exploring creepy places is kind of their thing, they decided to check it out and film what was inside. The opening led into a twisting tunnel system, and before long, they lost their way. As panic started to build, they spent hours trying to find the entrance again. They eventually made it out, but not before capturing some seriously disturbing footage. Pieces of children's clothing were scattered across the tunnel floor, which already made the place feel disturbing. Then, not long after they entered, the camera caught something the explorers missed at the time. When the video was slowed down, some viewers said it looked like a figure with dark hair, a pale face, and red glowing eyes. After noticing the explorers, it seemed to disappear into the tunnel wall. No one really knows what to make of the footage, including the explorers themselves. They have thought about going back to the strange hole in the forest to find out more, but for now, they are too scared. Phenomenon Paranormal is a TikTok account focused on creepy and supernatural content, but the woman running it may now be dealing with something strange in her own home. Along with her usual posts, she has shared clips that seem to show personal encounters inside her house. These moments involve something unseen that appears to be trying to get her attention, and maybe even more than that. While she was napping in the living room, her camera recorded a creepy voice that seemed to say, "I'm coming for you, princess." According to her, voices like this happen often, as if something inside the house has been trying to make contact for a long time. Moments after her dog starts barking, another voice is heard. This one sounds rough, angry, and very clear, saying, "Don't you bark at me." That is what makes the clip feel much scarier. It no longer seems like random creepy sounds in the background. It feels like something aware is there, something that listens, reacts, and answers back. Stephanie, a woman living in a quiet village, kept hearing strange and creepy noises outside her room late at night. At first, she tried not to pay much attention to them, but the sounds kept bothering her, so she finally set up a CCTV camera outside her house to see what was happening. What it recorded was something nobody saw coming. In the footage, a strange figure walks past Stephanie's room. Its body shape and the way it moves look unusual, almost not human, which makes the video even more unsettling. Even now, no one really knows what it was. A woman named Victoria goes down to her basement to check the breaker, a task that should have felt normal. But the basement was already a place she tried to avoid. For weeks, she had been hearing strange whispers and voices with no clear source. Sometimes they were faint enough to make her doubt herself, but still clear enough to make her stop and listen. At times, it sounded like someone speaking from nearby, and other times it seemed like her name was being said in a low voice. She tried to ignore it and blame it on her imagination, but it never felt that simple. Then one night, she goes back down into the basement. A voice suddenly breaks the silence and says, "Hey." It does not sound muffled, far away, or covered by static. It sounds clear and close, almost like it came from right beside her in the dark. Some viewers think this could mean something in the house is aware and acting on purpose. The whispers seem to become more direct over time, as if whatever is there is testing how far it can go. That is what makes the moment disturbing. Random loud noises can be explained away, but a quiet voice that sounds calm and personal feels much harder to ignore. An elderly woman said evil spirits were haunting her apartment. She lived alone and claimed that every night she would wake up feeling like something was watching her. Her family didn't really believe it and thought she was just having nightmares. So, to prove what was happening, she left her phone recording while she slept, placing it on her chest with the camera facing upward. That is when she captured something terrifying. In the dark, something appears to be hanging from the ceiling. The woman says it is the same evil spirit she has been seeing at night. Her family was shocked when they watched the video, especially because she can be heard sleeping and snoring softly while the figure is above her. They believe she could not have staged it because she was not awake when it happened. A man visiting Mexico checked into a hotel thinking it would be a normal stay, but after getting comfortable in the room, he started noticing small, strange things that felt off. Feeling uneasy, he turned on his phone camera and began recording.
There's something really scary going on in here right now. I'm in the hotel room, and I was laying here watching CNN, and that phone fell off its cradle, and I have no idea why. One of those cups right there fell off onto the floor down in here. I have no idea how that happened. It didn't fall out there where the light would hit. It fell, came down, went over and under the sink and landed right in here in this shadowy area. It's really freaking me out. So I decided to turn on I decided to turn on my phone because I can't figure out what's going on, and it's happened a couple times already. And I don't know. Oh, crap. I know I got that. That's crazy. The phone's not even plugged in on the wall, but it's coming off its cradle by itself. I tell you guys, this stuff is really freaking me out. This cup is the one that fell and landed under here. I don't know why. I don't know why that's going on, but that's really, really freaky. Can you move something else again for me? Anything? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you maybe speak a little louder? Oh my goodness. Okay, I know you're in here. I just want to know what your name is. And if there's anything I can do to help you. Is there anything at all? Is there a place that you want to go to? A place that you need to be? Anything? Cool. Okay, it's freaking me out, but you're not really scary. If I open the door, will you leave? Because I really would like to get to sleep. I'm opening the door. You are welcome to leave. Can you move the phone again? Okay.
Suddenly, things in the room start moving by themselves. A towel dropped as something unseen pulled it down, and then the phone slides hard across the surface, as if an invisible force pushed it. The clip quickly spread online and started a big debate. Some people think it shows something real and unexplained, while others believe it was staged or has a normal explanation. The question remains, was it real or just a clever trick? One night, a girl was home alone when she began hearing weird noises downstairs. At first, she tried to ignore them, because apparently, that's how survival works now, but the sounds kept getting clearer, almost like someone was walking through the hallway. Scared, she took out her phone, started recording, and slowly moved toward the stairs. A dark, shadowy figure could briefly be seen moving in the darkness downstairs. The girl instantly panicked and searched the whole house, but no one was there, because apparently the figure had mastered the classic horror skill of vanishing at the worst possible moment. Silly Lady's TikTok account mostly had normal family videos until recently, when she posted a clip that gained over 8 million views. She said she and her family were touring a house and she recorded part of it on her phone. Later, when she watched the video again, she heard something that deeply unsettled her.
Yes, they scare me. Bubby!
Stay with us.
I'm going downstairs.
While she is talking about the rooms, a faint voice is heard right as she turns toward the bathroom. After listening closely, the family realizes it sounds like the voice says her niece's name, and the niece was inside the house at that moment. The strange part is that the voice does not seem to match anyone who was there. She does not know how to explain it or why a voice would say her niece's name. Nick lived by himself in an old, creepy apartment, and over the past few weeks, strange things had been happening around him. At first, he thought the sounds were just coming from the old building, but the activity slowly got so bad that living there felt almost impossible. One night, after hearing heavy footsteps in the hallway and the attic door slam shut, Nick grabbed his camera and went to check. With his hands shaking, he walked toward the attic and told whatever might be there to open the door. For a moment, everything went completely quiet.
Come on. I want to see this like firsthand. Like, I want to see something like crazy happen. I've seen you do this before. I know you can do it. Just push it open. And I'll leave you alone. That's all I want to see. I know you can. There we go. All right.
I've been hearing weird noises. And this door has been like opening and closing. Yo, what the
Slowly, the door handle started moving by itself, and Nick froze as the attic door opened just a little on its own. The next day, he wanted to know what was really going on, so he set up a few PVC pipes standing upright in the middle of the room. Then he said that if something was there, it should knock them over.
No strings, anything. I'm walking around it. They're up pretty they're pretty sturdy. You know, no strings, anything. Just in case one of them actually does fall over. Fan is off. Alright. If there's anything in here, knock one of these things over. What the hell? If something's in here, knock these last two over. Yeah, these are like. These are like sturdy too, like, you know, me walking around. The breeze, the little bit of airflow off of me, and me stepping around them on the floor, is not moving them.
Nothing happened at first. Then, out of nowhere, one of the pipes dropped by itself, and Nick backed away, clearly shocked. He tried calling it out again, and the remaining pipes began falling one after the other, even though the room was still and there was no breeze. The next night, while he was sitting with his dog, odd knocking noises started coming from around the bedroom.
Hold on a second.
Yo.
Nick's dog instantly got nervous and backed into a corner, refusing to come out. That was the moment Nick started to believe there really might be something strange inside the apartment. After everything he had seen and heard, he became so scared and shaken that he finally left the place for good, convinced an unseen presence was haunting it. A man and his wife had been dealing with some strange and unsettling things for a few days. One day, they heard knocking coming from the door right in front of them, so they started recording to see what was going on.
Oh my God, baby.
Hell no, baby. I'm not going over there. This is too much.
How the is that mother turning on? Is a light switch really flickering?
These things are really with us like this right now.
Baby, come on, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Not to show my fear, but this is really.
Wait a minute, baby. How the is that mother like? Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus Christ! What was that, baby? What was that? Hold on, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is that, baby? Is that the umbrella? You, baby. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I can't.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How the the umbrella?
I'm not scared. I'm not gonna scared of these things. I'm
Baby,
so tired of this.
The umbrella goes over there.
Yeah, it was over there.
Hold on. Let me check. Hold on.
This is
Stay here. Hold on. Stay here. Stay here. The umbrella goes right here, don't it?
Baby, I'm so done with this.
What the fuck was that? What was?
Oh.
Baby, come on. Hey, wait a minute.
No,
wait a
this
minute.
is just getting
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Leave us alone.
Hey, hey, who goes out there? What the?
Leave
Baby, come on. No.
alone.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How the is that mother? Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Baby, hold on.
Go away.
Wait a minute. Here, come here. Shut that light off real quick. Shut that light off.
Go away.
Shut the light off. Oh my.
Leave us alone.
Hold on, baby. How the is that mother turning on? Like there's no way. The mother
Alone.
is just literally turning on
So
like
up, baby. I'm leaving.
that mother, baby. How?
I gotta.
Why in the right state of mind do you have energy to shut lights off? You know. Come on, baby. We gotta go to the room. Hold on.
Come on. I'm going to the bed. I can't do this no more. This is so up.
Baby, hold on. You gotta hold me tight.
You gotta get.
Baby.
You gotta get out of here, baby.
We gotta try to. Baby, I don't know how to do this. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Baby, it don't feel right in here. I feel.
How the is that light turning on like that?
Weird in here right now. It's so cold in here too.
Whoever's in,
Dude.
Whoever's in here, stop the switching.
Go away.
Stop the switching.
Get out of our house.
Stop!
Baby, I'm going in the bedroom.
Stop.
I gotta go to the bedroom.
The light switch began turning on and off by itself right in front of them. Soon after, an umbrella suddenly dropped from the table. They were left shocked, and the strange activity went on for quite some time. They still haven't shared any update. Jorge brings his daughter back home after keeping her away for months because of the frightening things happening in the house. At first, everything seems calm, and he starts to think that whatever was there might finally be gone, but the quiet does not last. One night, while he is with his daughter, a security camera records something disturbing, making the house feel unsafe again.
Yo, 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 yo. Hi. Yo. Ay, Dios mío. Y esa mamita. Ah, mami. Mami. Where you see mommy at? Where you pointing over there? There's no mommy. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm mommy.
Amorita, you creeping me out. Don't do that, girl. Huh? Oh, you. Hey. Who is that? Amora, stop playing. What are you doing? What is what? Jesus Lord, what are you stabbing over there? I get you down. Stop playing with me, girl. Don't play around.
Shadows begin shifting under the cross, moving slowly from side to side as if something unseen is walking nearby. Then the cross suddenly flips upside down, making the moment even more frightening. Jorge's daughter has also been saying that someone is in the room, staring into empty corners like she can see something others cannot. Some people believe young children notice things adults miss, which makes their behavior feel even stranger. Jorge decides not to risk anything and takes her out of the house again. Later, while he is away, his security system sends a motion alert, and he checks the camera footage. At one point, a shadow moves across the room, but the sound is what scares him most. A faint crying noise can be heard, making the situation feel like more than just shadows or strange camera footage. It starts to seem like something aware is inside the house and knows it is being watched. Then, things become even worse when the activity seems to follow him to work. At first, the signs are small, but they soon become harder to ignore.
Ship lighter?
Yeah.
la de aquí.
This is when the situation feels even more disturbing. If the presence is connected to Jorge instead of the house, then leaving may not make it stop. In many paranormal accounts, this kind of connection is believed to grow through attention, repeated contact, or unfinished attachment. Jorge starts questioning whether the house was ever the real problem, or if something had been with him before he fully realized it. One strange event could be ignored, but when it keeps happening in different places, it becomes harder to explain. For now, the force around Jorge is still a mystery, but it may not be staying in the house anymore. It may be going wherever he goes. Late one night in Mexico, tattoo artist Pitt Ramirez was closing his studio after his last client had left. Everything seemed normal at first, but after locking up and walking away, he remembered he had forgotten his phone charger inside. As he searched for his keys, he heard a quiet sound coming from the studio. Nervous but curious, he opened the door and stepped back in. The place was empty and silent, so he assumed it was just his imagination and walked out again. Then, something unusual happened.
Buenas noches, amigos. Oigan, miren, vine aquí al local porque se me olvidó mi cargador. Y ahorita que venía aquí casi por el bote de basura, oí que patearon la puerta. Y me puse a grabar, pero empecé a notar en la persiana que se movía. Parece que se oye cómo se mueve la persiana, o sea, cómo cruje. Entonces ese polvo es polvo de la calle. Es que es una calle de... pues es de tierra. ¿Qué les dije? ¿Qué les dije a la verga? Miren, voy a entrar. Miren, para que vean que no hay nadie adentro. Todo en una toma. Ay, perdón con mis 20,000 vueltas, pero es una llave de seguridad. O sea, no ha salido nadie, miren. Voy a entrar. Voy a cerrar la puerta rápido. Miren. Voy a prender aquí la luz. Y miren. No hay nadie. No digan que sí, que hay alguien adentro.
The blinds on the front door moved slightly, almost like someone inside was looking out. For a brief moment, Pitt thought he saw a dark face staring back at him, which is exactly the kind of thing no one wants after closing time. Shaken, he rushed back inside to check, but found nothing. Then, moments later, the bathroom door slowly started moving by itself.
No digan que sí, que hay alguien adentro, no sé qué tanto. Ay, güey. Bueno, ay, es que eso de la persiana sí lo había escuchado saliendo de aquí del local, pero la verdad no le ponía mucha atención. Pero tuve que cambiar un poco las cosas del lugar porque cada año acomodar todo, ¿no?
Me voy a asomar al baño para que vean que no hay nadie. Ahí está la puerta. Me traje el espejo aquí al baño. Miren, voy a cerrar atrás la puerta para que vean que no pasa nadie. Me traje el espejo aquí al baño porque estoy remodelando, estoy reacomodando todo. Miren, no hay nadie. Que no digan que hay alguien escondido. Miren, yo estoy dentro del baño, no hay nadie. Ok, miren, voy a estar grabando así, que ven que no va a salir nadie. Miren. O sea, la puerta no se ha oído, no se ve nadie. No digan de que hay alguien en el baño. Miren, el espejo lo tuve que acomodar, está aquí colgado porque es un poquito más cómodo. Miren, está en pijama ya. Noches con la misma pijama. Parece que quieren regalarme una estaré hecha. Ay, cabrón, batí la pinche silla. Dicen que por qué no prendo la luz luego, que porque esto no sé qué. A ver, explíquenme eso. No se ha ido la puerta, no se ha ido nada, se cerró la puerta, se abrió la persiana. A ver, explíquenlo. Desde que volví a traer el espejo al baño, la verdad es diferente el miedo cuando estaban juntos.
Then, without warning, the door slammed shut on its own. Pitt checked around, but no one was there. So what could have caused those movements? And was he really alone in the studio that night? For a long time, a man kept living in his house, even though he was experiencing all kinds of strange disturbances. Eventually, because of everything that had been happening, he installed CCTV cameras in every room. Then one day, one of those disturbances was finally caught on camera. As the man entered the room carrying some clothes, a piece of paper on the table suddenly began moving on its own. Moments later, the closet door in front of the dogs slowly opened by itself, and the dogs' reactions made the whole thing even creepier. Then, just as suddenly, the door closed on its own again. When the man later checked the footage, even he was scared by what he saw. TikTok user Mandy Lodi came home and found a flower arrangement lying on her bedroom floor. Confused, she checked the security camera footage to see if it had simply fallen, even though that didn't seem very likely. Take a close look at the video.
It's supposed to be identical to this, but I walk into this on my floor, so I'm like, what the right? And like you can like see, like if I wanted to, it's not just gonna fall out, like this stuff is in there, you know?
Flowers were firmly stuck into the base, and she later showed that removing them takes a strong physical pull. But in the footage, the bouquet is yanked out and thrown onto the floor while no one is in the room. The video is unsettling because it's not a shaky camera or an obvious setup, just a still object being moved with force by something unseen. Her confusion seems genuine, and the clip makes it feel like something strange is inside that house. The clip starts in chaos. The camera shakes hard as the man runs into a small room, shuts the door, and locks it while panicking. His breathing sounds shaky and desperate, like he has just escaped from something frightening. For a short moment, everything goes quiet. Then, slow knocking starts on the door. The knocking suddenly becomes faster, louder, and more violent, like something is trying the door. After a long pause, Roy finally makes himself open it. What he sees is even stranger. Another closed door is right in front of him, even though it should not be there. Before he can move back, the second door swings open hard by itself, as something yanked it from the other side. The video cuts off right away. Roy later said this was the moment that made him want to leave, and that the activity in the apartment only got worse after that. Late one night, after finishing work, a man named Victor pulled into the driveway of his quiet suburban home. But the moment he walked inside, he sensed something wasn't right. The kitchen burner was on, even though he was sure he had switched everything off before leaving. Feeling confused and unsettled, Victor began searching through the dark house room by room. To steady his nerves, he took out his phone and started filming. Take a look.
Why is that on? Why was that damn door? That door was not.
A few moments later, the bedroom door at the far end of the hallway suddenly banged shut on its own. The frightening noise rang through the entire house, and Victor stood there completely frozen, scared and unsure what to do. He quietly called out, "Who's there?"
Who are you? What do you want? I'm out.
After hearing that, Victor instantly rushed out of the house and didn't even dare to look back. Later on, he said he never stayed another night there again because apparently his survival instincts finally decided to show up for work. On April 6th, 2026, after repeatedly waking up unable to move and completely terrified, the young woman decided to place a camera facing her bed. She wanted to find out if she had been sleepwalking, but what she ended up recording was seriously disturbing. In the footage, the girl is sleeping in a dark room when the mic picks up low growling sounds that don't seem to come from her. This continues for several nights until one recording shows something disturbing. At the foot of her bed, the sheets begin to tighten and slowly slide down. Then, a dark human-like figure rises from the floor and leans against the bed while watching her. The girl wakes up, notices it, and the camera starts shaking before the recording cuts off with her screams.
With a cut on my arm, now it's barely a scar. She attacked me by biting me and cutting me. I woke up and felt like I had a buzzing all over my body. I felt like what people say it feels like in an MRI. If I could explain it to you, my whole body was vibrating.
Days later, the girl said she woke up that same morning with deep scratches on her body. She believed it wasn't just sleep paralysis, but a demonic attack meant to weaken her so it could possess her. After seeing the footage, do you think she's still safe? I'd definitely sleep with the light on. On an account called Cut in the Kitchen, a woman shared a video that still bothers her because her family has never been able to explain what appeared outside their home. She said that around 4 a.m., her parents' security camera turned on after picking up movement near the garage. At first, they thought it was probably something normal, like an animal passing by. But when they watched the footage, they saw something much more unsettling. A pale white figure suddenly appears in front of the garage, looking faint and unnatural. The strangest part is how it moves, almost jerking or jumping from one spot to another instead of walking normally. As soon as the motion light turns on, the figure disappears completely, leaving no clear sign of where it went. Because of its size and shape, some people think it looks like a child's ghost, but the footage feels even more unsettling than that. A Reddit user named Careful Abracoma 364 shared a strange clip from their father's workshop on the Our Paranormal Encounters subreddit, hoping someone could explain it. The workshop is in a remote spot near a road and railway tracks, and the father had set up motion-activated CCTV cameras to stop thieves and vandals. Most nights, the cameras only picked up passing cars or stray animals, but one night at exactly 3:47 a.m., one camera recorded something unusual.
Spooky.
A figure wearing a long white dress appears to walk past the camera. The poster says it went behind the workshop toward a fenced-off dead end, with only railway tracks, a road, and forest beyond it. The camera never picked up any movement after that, and the figure never came back. What made it even stranger was how isolated the area is, with no nearby homes, shops, bars, or restaurants. So it raises the question, what was someone in a white dress doing there in the middle of the night? A TikTok user named Rudy Ferris posted a video in March 2026 showing him recording inside his bedroom after apparently hearing strange noises somewhere in his house.
Chicos, yo voy a filmar esto porque después me dicen que es mentira. Ustedes escuchan ese ruido, ¿no? Porque... Pará, no puede ser.
At the start of the video, several knocking sounds can be heard from somewhere nearby. The noises sound close, making the moment feel tense as Rudy carefully moves through the house to find where they are coming from. As he keeps looking around, things quickly start to get more intense.
¡Hey! ¿Qué carajo, boludo? Quiero que vean.
Just after the 1-minute mark, a dark figure briefly appears, peeking from behind a wall outside. The moment is quick, but clear enough to notice. Rudy calls out and follows, which leads him toward a nearby swing set. The swing then appears to move on its own, swaying back and forth with no one nearby. At that point, the situation becomes even more unsettling. In the final moments, something is suddenly thrown onto the ground, seemingly from nowhere, ending the encounter quickly. The whole clip feels like a series of strange moments, from the knocking sounds to the figure outside and the moving swing. Each part could have a normal explanation. The figure may have been another person, the swing could have moved because of the wind, and the final thrown object happens too fast to clearly see what caused it. What makes the video unsettling is how each strange moment happens right after the last. Josh moved away from the city to stay in a remote cabin in Canada, hoping for peace. But that didn't last. He started hearing footsteps early in the morning and kept feeling like someone was watching him. One night, he grabbed his phone and walked into the dark living room.
Hello?
There it was, standing completely still. A thick black shadow shaped like a man wearing a wide-brimmed hat. People say the Hat Man is a dark entity, seen in different parts of the world, and that it feeds on fear and sadness. Josh made a bad choice by filming it because recording it meant he had noticed it.
Rustling stocks and people.
Shake it out.
Shouldn't be anybody here but me.
And let's not forget there was somebody in our house. Along the way.
Go away.
A few days later, Josh's security camera shows the shadow moving around the living room as if it has stopped trying to hide. That same night, Josh rushes into his bedroom and shuts the door. A few seconds later, something starts banging from outside as if it wants to come in. The idea behind the Hat Man is terrifying. At first, it only watches from a distance, but once you notice it and understand it is there, that distance starts getting smaller. So was Josh being haunted by the Hat Man? Or did fear itself invite something into that cabin? A man was working around his house when he suddenly heard odd sounds coming from the basement. At first, he ignored them, but the noises kept getting louder and more frequent.
Hello? Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Hello?
The heck is that?
Hello?
right in front of him, the basement door slowly opened by itself. No one was around, but it kept creaking wider. Before he could react, another door farther inside slammed shut hard. That scared him badly, and he stood there unsure of what to do next. But what came after that was even more disturbing.
Who is it?
Moments later, the basement lights suddenly go out, leaving everything in complete darkness. The man panics and runs, dropping his phone as he leaves. Then things get even stranger. After a few seconds, the phone begins moving by itself, while faint, creepy sounds can be heard in the recording. So, was something unseen trying to reach him, or was there another reason behind it? Antonio, a paranormal explorer from Peru, often visits abandoned places believed to be haunted. One night, he went inside an old colonial building that locals said was cursed. The place was broken down and mostly forgotten, but people still believed something strange remained there. Antonio started a live stream as he walked in with only his phone light. At first, nothing unusual happened, but then the mood changed when a nearby window suddenly began moving by itself.
Carajo. Puta madre, loco. Lo he tocado, sí, pero con una piedra. ¿Hola? 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 Los ruidos vienen del techo. Del techo vienen los sonidos. ¡Uy, cara! ¡Hola! ¡Hola! ¡Qué verga! ¡Carajo! Uy, no, esto no. No, está.
The window slowly kept moving and creaking, even though there was no wind. A little later, strange noises filled the building, sounding like several people whispering at once. The voices seemed to come from all around him, making it hard for Antonio to know where they started. Then, while he looked toward the ceiling, he heard soft laughter that sounded like a child. His camera briefly caught a faint childlike shape in the dark, and he ran out scared. After he calmed down, he went back in to see if it was real, but the moment he entered, the noises started again, and viewers spotted something even creepier.
Ven, oye, ven, ven. ¡Qué verga! Alonso. Hola.
Hola. Hola.
Uy, carajo.
Dile, ¿te quieres comunicar conmigo? Dile.
Uy, lo jalaron. Lo arrastraron. Oye, lo arrastraron. Lo arrastraron, loco.
Whatever was inside that building was still there. It had not gone anywhere. It was waiting. Someone was hiking just outside Chicago when movement in the forest caught their attention, and they managed to record it. The shape looked like a huge reptile-like creature, moving on either two legs or all fours, with a long, thick tail hanging just above the ground. Its body seemed oddly proportioned, and the way it moved didn't look human. Some people thought it might be an unknown animal, while others connected it to local legends. Stories about giant reptile sightings, along with reports like the Chicago Mothman, have made some believe strange creatures have been seen around the area for years. But whether something like that could actually be real is still the big question. Joe lives in Sacramento, California, and lately something creepy has been going on in his backyard. He started seeing what looked like an old woman peeking through the bushes, just standing there and staring at him without saying anything.
She's back in here trying to fucking find a way into my... Do you see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right. Dude, how scary is that? Oh my god, dude. What the f? She's crawling through all this, bro.
What makes it even creepier is the video Joe was able to capture. For a moment, a pale face appears between the branches, moving in a strange way that doesn't seem normal. Even after Joe put up a fence, it kept happening. In one photo, something that looks like an arm can still be seen resting on a branch. Joe doesn't know if it's a real person or something else, but he says he no longer feels safe in his own backyard. Some tourists were hiking in Hawaii and taking in the view when they noticed something strange above them. A thick, saucer-like object seemed to be hovering high in the sky. Some thought it could have been military tech being tested, while others believed it might be something much harder to explain, possibly even a sign of extraterrestrial life. There could still be a more ordinary explanation, because apparently even the sky has to keep everyone guessing. This house was empty, but it wasn't quiet. Nobody was home at the time, but the camera still caught the whole thing. A banana suddenly drops to the floor, and moments later, the chair begins moving on its own, even though nothing touches it or knocks into it. Grace got the motion alert on her phone and rushed back home. She searched the whole place, but there were no animals, no break-in, and no sign of anyone inside. All she had was the footage and whatever made it happen. A Facebook user visiting a church graveyard in the small village of Uphill shared a photo taken late at night on an old 3.2 megapixel camera phone. They had been trying to capture the creepy mood the place was known for, but everything seemed normal until they checked the pictures at home. In one image, a figure could be seen standing between the gravestones, looking oddly like a robed monk. After zooming in, the user thought the face looked almost skull-like. Some locals believe the photo matched old stories of ghostly monks seen around churches and cemeteries in England, often described as silent, cloaked figures in ancient graveyards. A man named Wesley lived by himself, and everything in his house seemed perfectly normal, until one day he began hearing strange knocking sounds coming from his bedroom door.
So it's literally 3 in the afternoon, and it's been happening more during the day. And it's just not even scary. It's really at this point, to be completely honest. I can't take this anymore.
At first, Wesley didn't think much of it and assumed the knocking might be coming from outside. But every time he looked, no one was there. Then one night, he finally decided to knock on the door. And almost right away, something copied the same pattern. From that moment on, everything felt different.
So I'm trying to get ready for bed. And there's another one. So, everyone's been asking me to try and knock back. You.
Realizing something wasn't right, Wesley decided he couldn't stay there any longer and left the house the next day. So, what do you think? Was his mind playing tricks on him, or was there really something on the other side of that door? A young man who lives by himself in the Appalachian Mountains believes he may be haunted. It began with him waking up at night and feeling like a dark, smoky shape was sitting on him. He first thought it might be sleep paralysis, since that can leave people unable to move and make them see frightening things. He tried getting help for it, but the episodes kept happening, and he even started finding cuts and scratches on his arms when he woke up. To see if anything was really going on, he set up motion cameras in his bedroom and living room. One night, the camera recorded a dark shadow above him while he was asleep. Some viewers said it looked like other smoke-like figures seen in similar videos. He said the camera may have started recording because he moved his arm, but others thought it was strange that he seemed to reach toward the shadow, almost as if he was trying to push it away. So, was it only sleep paralysis, or was something much darker happening? A Reddit user named hole_negotiation_1843 posted a video to the True Cryptozoology subreddit showing footage from a maintenance robot moving through a sewer system. At first, everything looks normal as the camera moves through the narrow, dark space. Near the end of the clip, something unexpected appears. A strange creature suddenly runs across the frame before disappearing just as quickly. The movement is fast, but clear enough to stand out in the empty tunnel. When the footage is slowed down, the shape looks a bit clearer, showing what seems to be a long body and an unusually long tail. At first, it may look unfamiliar because its shape appears distorted in the tight space. The short sighting makes it harder to tell what it really is. Some may think it is just a rat with the camera angle, lighting, and motion blur making it look stranger than it is. While hiking deep in a forest trail, a man noticed someone or something in the distance. He aimed his flashlight toward it and started recording to see what was there. That's when he caught an arm quickly sliding behind a tree and disappearing almost right away. The disturbing part was that nothing else showed up after that. Some people think it could have been a person or an animal moving out of frame at the perfect moment, while others are reminded of old logging folklore about the hide behind, a creature said to stay just out of sight and hide behind trees. They say it watches and waits for the right moment, and people who run into it rarely get another chance. So who or what was out there with him that night? A couple put security cameras around their home after hearing strange noises at night. The sounds kept waking them up, but whenever they checked outside and around the property, they found nothing. Eventually, they started to think the noises were coming from inside the house. To find out what was causing them, they placed cameras in different rooms. Not long after, one camera caught something disturbing, and the clip had to be slowed down to see it clearly. Something like a dark cloud of smoke appears in the couple's living room. In the original video, it moves so quickly that it only shows up for a moment before disappearing. The couple noticed it because they were already checking the footage for anything strange. Now they think it may be connected to the noises they had been hearing, though it still leaves a lot unexplained. Similar black smoke-like figures have also been reported by other people, with some believing they could be paranormal entities. Instagram user Geisthasm84 shared pictures from a Louisiana hike on February 28, 2026, showing a strange figure locals have been calling the Pale Walker. It appeared skinny, faint, and unsettlingly hollow-looking. The Pale Walker is tied to folklore in rural parts of Louisiana, especially around swampy wooded places where it's hard to see clearly and everything feels cut off. People describe it as having a human-like shape, but not looking fully human. Many sightings have supposedly happened over the years, making some think there may be more to it than just a scary story. Still, the photo looks almost unreal. Reddit user John E1618 was taking photos and videos around the ruins of Netley Abbey in Hampshire, England. Later, while looking through the footage, he spotted something odd in one clip, a dark shape in the background that only appeared in that video. He believed nobody else had been nearby or in the shot while he was recording. Netley Abbey, a long-abandoned 13th century Cistercian monastery, has been connected to strange stories over the years, including sightings of hooded figures and unexplained cold spots. The Redditor thought the figure might have been a Cistercian monk, with a white tunic hidden under a dark hooded robe. Others said it was probably just someone in dark clothes walking past, and because the video quality wasn't clear, it was difficult to know what the shape actually was. The clip comes from Jins, a UK-based Gen Z exploration group known for chaotic, humor-filled night videos that can suddenly turn serious. On April 3rd, 2026, the group headed through a wooded area toward a cemetery somewhere in the United Kingdom. The video begins casually, with everyone joking, talking over each other, and debating where to go next. The cemetery is mentioned almost casually, and at first, the whole thing feels less like an investigation and more like a random night walk with a camera.
All week and I'm just letting it fly, dude.
Like, I'm at that point where I know I'm balding, so I'm just gonna let it happen.
Dude, I just have this big ass forehead, bro. Like, my whole head is just big, so I gotta have all this hair.
I don't have this problem.
Okay, bro. You never had any big problems. Like big people problems.
Like the lake.
Not like, yeah. Wait. Stop.
What?
Nothing.
He's realizing he has to go to the cemetery.
Oh, please. No.
We can stop.
I ain't going. Get back here.
I'm not running.
This guy has the longest goodbyes I've ever heard in my entire life.
No, actually, his phone calls last for 30 plus minutes about nothing.
That might sound crazy, but the substance they're talking about nothing, dude. They're saying goodbye for half the time.
Professional, your house.
30 minutes at work.
Well, all I need is 60 seconds.
I get full, and then I have half the bowl, and then I have another half the bowl when I leave.
As the group moves deeper, the woods become thicker and harder to see through. The path that felt clear at first starts to fade, making the direction less certain. They are still joking and talking, but now the mood is shifting. More attention goes to the surroundings, and the humor slowly starts to fade into unease.
It was.
Let me hear.
Right, when it first pops up, that's when it says froze.
That's so weird. I did not hear that the first time.
Or see it?
Or yeah, like I didn't even see the shadow.
Screw that. You're crazy. Or did y'all make that up?
No, I swear that's not made up.
Now take it off again. And let me hear it and see the shadow pop in.
The first real uncertainty comes when a faint movement appears near the trees. It is too quick to confirm, but too noticeable to ignore. The group stops, trying to figure out what they just saw, but everyone seems unsure. No clear answer, no agreement, just confusion beginning to settle in.
It's a normal video. This is a feeling.
He's coming. I believe it. Oh, wait, I'm so, the camera. I actually can't run that fast. I can't run that fast. Oh, they're actually gone. No, they're actually gonna leave me. They're actually gonna leave me. Wait, they split. I can apologize. I can't see where I'm going. Back on track now. I don't know what happened.
Wait, I'm being dead. Someone could find it. I got so scared many times, and I was too scared to go. I'm actually about to cramp and go down. Hold on.
This is creeping me out, dude. I actually.
Turn it off. Turn the light off. They're coming.
I'm scared. I've never been in trouble like this. I'm scared.
SA and J, they were kind of annoying me, so I think I'm gonna spook them or something right now. Fucking cops, I gotta fucking go.
One member says something moved near the tree line, and the group starts reacting to the possibility instead of clear evidence. In the darkness, that uncertainty quickly grows. When something seems to come closer, panic takes over. The group splits, runs in different directions, and loses control. After regrouping, nothing is confirmed. No figure, no threat, just movement, confusion, and fear turning into chaos. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.